Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And you know what deck came out of nowhere to really be a surprising underdog pick of the Runeterra Open? That is Formidables. Now, there's a lot of different ways to build this deck. People have been doing Galio Bolivar, Galio Udyr, Galio Jarvan, Galio Garen. I personally am a fan of Galio Udyr because it gives you an alternate win condition with the stances that opponent has to also be mindful of, right? So this is going to be a Galio Udyr deck, formidable deck. The idea with this deck, it has a pretty good matchup into Janna Nilah and into Scouts, right? Because you kind of end up going bigger than the Scouts players, and you have your challenger with your Broadwind, and you can just, if you put regen on a Broadwind, then those Janna Nilah players and those Scout players are going to have a very hard time kind of killing your stuff. And obviously, the Petrocite Charger is really what makes that Nilah Janna matchup so good for us as well, because it cannot be killed by any spells, right? So very fun matchup, right? Very fun deck, and again, has been doing really well over the past weekend in all the Runeterra Opens that happen across the 3 regions. So figure it's time to showcase this after a while. Hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also join our channel and become a member. There's 2 different tiers and a bunch of different perks that you can get from joining either one of those tiers. So check that out below in the description as well. Enjoy the game. In this match, we're going against Vayne and Aatrox. Should be pretty good for us, right? After Galio, honestly, that Shiloh Duran is kind of tempting. It's very tempting. Very, very tempting. I want to see if I can find the regen. I don't think opponent has a good way to deal with a regen on the Broadwind. So I want to see if I can do that. Surely there's no way that we don't get any units in the next 2 turns, right? Like if I play this Omen Hook now and play Broadwind next turn, surely we get a unit between turn 3 and 4, right? We have 1, 2, 3 draws to get a unit. Because my concern is that I won't get a unit to have Challenger on this Broadwind. But surely we get one. I don't know. It's technically not impossible, right? It's technically a risk that we don't get it. We can go Broadwind, Darkin Spear, and then whatever unit we get. Okay, we get the Badger Bear. That's as good of a unit as I can think about. That's pretty darn good when it comes to units. Especially as a 5/5. So I like this Darkin Spear. You get your Darkin Harp. Sure. I'll give you the Almond Hawk this time. I can play around a fish fight by going like this. The concern with playing this Badger Bear is that it taps me out of all my other answers. So what if we just pass? What if we say that we want to have answer, like I don't have a way to play 2 cards here because I only have 5 mana. So I kind of just like this open pass. The fish fight is still not killing us, but the opponent could technically have a catch to kill this Broadwind. And I think this Broadwind is too important for us to let him go just like that. So I think here we just pass again. Alright, so I can still be okay with 1 fish fight, and I just pass again and see what the opponent does. Because again, if I can get the regen on this Broadwind, opponent just loses the game. Let's force him to use the catch right now. I want him to use this catch right now. Okay. I do get punished by a fish fight here. So maybe it's actually just Shiloh Duran to start with. Just buff this Broadwind up right now. And then give it the regen next turn, right? Because if I play Udyr, I'm losing to a fish fight, and I don't think that's where we want to be. I think I'd just rather play Udyr, give the regen here, and just chill. That would have been nice last turn, huh? It would have been a 0 mana regen. Where were you last turn? Where were you last turn? Right? Yeah, we just go like this. We have this Gentleman Strike. So I don't mind taking an open attack next turn. Yeah, I don't mind getting an attack in. I don't want them to develop Aatrox here. Oh, we have double Gentleman's Duel, right? So I don't mind taking this hit with so we can go Wonder, and that gives me another. It's gonna give me a 0 cost thing, but it doesn't really trade anyway. If I go Charger, let's go Charger. Opponent cannot attack with this guy, right? Because if they attack with this guy, I'm just going like this. Like, I'm just gonna get the Udyr to stay alive. Okay. They go ahead and pop that. Do we commit? Okay, so opponent could have like a single combat. Do we commit to just going for the strike right now? Or are we playing too much around different things? Because we could technically go like this here. And that gets me the 0 mana stance swap because the Udyr gets 2 health, right? And he saves me 4 damage. I like that. The Udyr gets 4 health, right? We get the 0 cost stance swap. So we can continue just making this Broadwind such a big threat into the opponent. Honestly, I probably need to start going for the Overwhelm at some point. This is already at 10, right? Like, why don't we just go for the Overwhelm? If we go for the Overwhelm and then go Champion Strength, I guess that's not true, because I will lose some value here. Opponent's gonna try to get their World Ender, but we have another strike, right? So we can easily kill the Aatrox here. Yeah, so we can kill the Aatrox here. I guess honestly, let's make them play it for 8 mana. I don't want them to play it for 9 mana. Because if I pull this Badger Bear, I guess they get the Anaka out of this, right? Because I let them have the Anaka here. That cannot be right. That cannot be right. If I pull here, this goes down to 7. Opponent just plays the Anaka somewhere else. I just pass. I think I just pass. And I just go for the double strike. Next turn. Opponent still has this World Ender. So which ones do I want to kill? I need to kill Aatrox. So I need to kill Aatrox. And I need to kill... Aatrox. And I guess I kill the Darking Harp, right? That's better for us to kill that than killing the Anaka. So you go World Ender and I kill this one and this one. Oh, they can put the freaking Bloodletters as well now. That kind of sucks. They can put the Bloodletters here. And they can get the Overwhelm. The Overwhelm plus Anaka might be enough if the opponent pulls another Overwhelm out of this. Yeah, if they pull another Overwhelm out of this, that could be enough. Maybe I should have just gone for it last turn, because their thing was so cheap that they were always gonna be able to get like all this value. Yeah, because now they like the Overwhelm is exactly 9. So if the opponent gets another Overwhelm, we're gonna be in trouble. Luckily, this does give me the 2 health. I don't know that it's gonna be enough though. I don't know that it's gonna be enough. We have Champion Strength next turn and we have 11 mana, so we can technically play another Stand Swap. We can block the Anaka with the Broadwind. Again, assuming that the opponent doesn't get another Overwhelm unit. You still have a good chance of winning. I don't know why the opponent's doing this. Like, this is still such a good chance of winning. The reason I went against the Istaratu is because, like, the cost removal, the cost reduction from Istaratu, I think is a little bit too much. Now, again, I put myself in a position where I'm losing to the Anaka pulling another Overwhelm unit or pulling another Anaka. So another Overwhelm unit or another Anaka just gets in there. Okay, that's not it. Alright, so if we go like this, we put this at 1, which lets me kill it next turn. Opponent doesn't have a Vayne yet, right? So it's not like this is gonna be a threat. Remember, we have this champion strength. So we can go like this. Bro, even if the opponent gets the Vayne, I can just pull their Scout. Istaratu? Okay, so then we can just go... If we go here... Yeah, we can just go like this, right? I don't think opponent has a way to stop this. We just killed the Anak. I guess, honestly, I should have gone Defector first, because this gives them another Darking Spear. But, I mean, we get +4. We get +4 health. So, even if they have another Darking Spear, it doesn't matter. We just go Champion Strength and just win the game. That's why that Overwhelm was important. Yeah, we just go like this. Even if the opponent, I guess the opponent can have a single combat, and that will allow them to get this Broadwind to 1 HP. If the opponent has a single combat, that could let them get the Broadwind to 1 HP. But they don't have it. Alright. They didn't have the single combat, so we ended up just pushing there what we needed to just win the game. So that was a very good game. GG's. In this match, we're going against Poro King. So I think, have way too much pressure for this deck to do anything to us. I don't know that I need the Sky Splitter. I like the Omen Hawk and the Balin. Okay, we got the Sky Splitter anyways. We have the Badger Bear. Omen Hawk helps me bulk up some of my units. Second Balin? Okay, that's going to be pretty nasty. We don't have the attack token on 4 though, but I guess that does mean not having the attack. I'm going to keep this as an elusive blocker if the opponent has the elusive Poro. Okay. I guess we have the Badger Bear next turn, but I don't want to get hit with this elusive this turn. Let's go like this. I didn't want to tap out a Sky Splitter, but the opponent doesn't really have anything that can stop the Sky Splitter anyways. That can stop my... I like Charger better. I think it's pushing more damage. We still have an elusive blocker here, so I don't think we need this. And we can just go like this. Next time we go Balin into Balin. The opponent's only reaction to Balin is going to be Sunburst. So this is still going to be pretty tough for them to do anything. Gentleman's Duel lets us deal with the Poro King. That tells me that the opponent has the Sunburst. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna pass and play my Balin right now. Actually, let's play Hound first. Because if the opponent... Yeah, I'm gonna just play Balin right now, right? Because the opponent can only play Sunburst or Poro King. They cannot play both. So by passing last turn, I made it so that the Sunburst is a little bit more awkward, and there you go. And then we attack with everything. Opponent could have the Poro Snacks right now. They don't have it. So that pass, that's why I had to that's why I had to pass last turn, right? We had to pass last turn. I don't want to put this on the Charger. But maybe it's correct. Let's put it on the charger. I'm gonna put it in the charger so that we have access potentially to Gentleman's Duel to deal with Poro. If the opponent has a second Sunburst, then they have a second Sunburst, right? This is not as powerful in this matchup because the opponent doesn't really have any damage-based removal anyways. So it's not really doing much. Opponent's showing me another Sunburst here. I think I'm down to just gift him the second Balance. I'll block this here. I think it's to our benefit. I'm gonna show you the second Balance. If you want to give me the second Sunburst, give me the second Sunburst. It makes this charger stay on the field. Okay, that's what I thought, right? Like, they're not gonna go after this because they would need to kill the charger, right? So then here we just play Galio, and now we are gonna be in a really good position to just win the game. Now, we don't get the rally just yet, just because obviously we're not there, but the Sky Spirit could potentially let us get that rally to get the last little bit of health that we need, because it's going to be 3 health, and Balin is giving my units an additional set of health. Yeah, so we just go like this. Opponent does get the Poro King, but again, the Galio is going to level up. Okay, I guess you have the Hush. That's a good Hush. That's a good Hush into the Balin. So if we go for the 3 health, we're still taking 2 right here. I think we just pass. I think we just pass and let Balin die. And we just play Galio, Udyr next turn. We have access to this Gentleman's Duel to pop the Poro if we need to. So the opponent gets 3 snacks. They're gonna have 3 snacks here. No. So they're just gonna have another snacks with this Poro. Nope, doesn't even get it. Alright, so we just go like this to start with. And that way we pop the Poro King before anything else happens. Before the opponent can get another snacks, we just pop this Poro King right now. And then we just play this Badger Bear. Play this Almond Hawk. Play this Udyr. Or just play the second Balance to begin with. I can do both, I guess, right? We can go Udyr first. We can go Udyr first, know that we can have the attack with Udyr. Opponent lost their Poro King, unfortunately for them. They have the Poro Sleds. Okay, so the Poro Sled makes it a little bit more difficult for us to like really get that attack in with the Udyr. So I might just go Regen here. And this would take me to 25. And we can just chill here, maybe? I'm kind of scared of giving them the time to potentially find a second Poro King. But I think this Galio with Spell Shield, Regen, and Rally is going to be just too much for them, especially once we play down the second Balance. Or when we just get Champion Strength as well. That's pretty nice. So they're actually gonna, like, if you attack there, like, you're just giving me... Yeah, so I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. And I'm just gonna attack here. It's weird attacking with Udyr, but that gets me the stance swap, right? So that gets me the stance swap, and we have another Udyr to replay anyways. So I like passing back there, that way we can open attack, get the rally, and then we even have another Champion Strength. We have the Champion Strength to get a second rally, right? So we could literally attack 3 times this turn, since the opponent gave me the pass. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Yuumi, Fizz, and Norra. Why play Norra in that matchup? I like this single combat. Just a little bit cheaper, right? So this Badger Bear is going to be really good. We don't have any formidable units. I might just pass here for now.
Joy is a good look in a book and a cat in the lap.
Let's go like this. As long as the opponent doesn't open attack, we should be okay. If they play Yuumi, we're still okay here. The downside is that by going here first and give the opponent the chance to play Yuumi and then have a good value for her.
Off we go.
Okay, they don't go for it.
Goes to where, I wonder.
Since they decided to go this way, I think I'd actually don't develop this Badger Bear. I think I'd go for a stand swap and just give the Broadwind region and just have this big challenger. The only thing that punishes this is going to be Entomb, because the freezes don't stop the Broadwind, right? So we can literally just go here and give this region. And the reason I want to do it before combat is so that this is not vulnerable to the opponent's buffs. And then we have access to Shield Duran as well to make this even stronger. Bone Club? Okay, so what's the punish here? I guess opponent has exactly Pie Toss to punish this. Has exactly Pie Toss to punish this. Or we can go like this and play Badger Bear and play it safe. Because we have the elusive blocker, so the Norra is not doing much. And we can get our Broadwind to a better position with the Shield Duran next time. So that we can block that there.
This mama is a beast mama.
We can even play this Armand Hook now and have another blocker.
Then a hop.
Yeah, so we just go like this. We go Shield Duran here, and that's going to make our Broadwind 10 HP, which means that, again, we can go ahead and kill that Norra. We'll have Sky Splitter in single combat, and we can even go ahead and give him more value. Yeah, let's just go like this right now. I guess I don't want to attack with this one, because I don't want this to get blocked and then be vulnerable to something else. Let's single combat it right now. Let's just single combat this right now. We get the regen value from it. We don't have our Galio yet. We have Sky Splitter here. So this can get saved against any removal that the opponent might have.
Beagle shows them where their spells can help.
Yeah, I just continue chilling and just have, again, this big Broadwind. I don't want to overcommit so much to it. Okay, that's our Galio. So that just wins me the game then, right? Because now, opponent could go Bone Club here. They could go like a Battle Fury. They didn't get the Yuumi. This Broadwind just challenges everything because it's going to have 13 HP. And we're going to have the Rally with the Galio. So we got the Galio literally at the perfect time.
Let's get to fighting.
Proud and loud.
Do I want to give them this? I'm going to give them one hit. I'm going to give them one hit. I don't want to lose this Badger Bear.
Lead the way, boy.
Yuumi, okay. Yeah, opponent just wants to be able to block stuff.
I may be made of stone, but I'm all
The
heart.
Yuumi technically gets big enough, but it doesn't really block any of my units. Yeah, so we just go like this, pull here, pull everywhere else, get the Rally. I have to open attack to play around Pie Toss. So I have to open attack to play around Pie Toss. Then we can go Broadwind and Wonder and have another Broadwind with the regen to really seal the deal, right? We can also give regen to Galio. We can give Overwhelm, right? I guess we could just give Overwhelm here, right? Like if we give Overwhelm right here, that should be enough. Is it not? We Overwhelm here. We can even play out the rest of my hand to just push out all their stuff. Yeah, so we go here. Just push out all their blockers. I want to keep the Sky Splitter, right? I want to keep the Sky Splitter. So, I mean, if we go like this, yeah. So I guess we'll just go here.
Little guy can fetch a whole tree.
And that lets me pull their biggest units while having Sky Splitter for Galio with the Overwhelm to push through. Because this lets me pull the Yuumi, this lets me pull the Overwhelm, and then their Omen Hawk blockade is not going to be enough to stop the Overwhelm from just committing lethal. That Galio was just perfect, right? Like, that Galio was just so clutch. But I don't think opponent had a good way to deal with that Brawl win no matter what. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Nilah Janna, right? So this is one of our favorable matchups with this deck. Because of this card. This card is so busted for them to deal with. I like one Sky Splitter. I don't think I need two. Because we can just go Wanderer into Charger. Give the Charger the regen and be in a good spot. We don't have the Brawl win, unfortunately, so we cannot block the Nilah on turn 2. Yeah, like this card is so difficult for them to deal with because it doesn't take any damage from spells. So it becomes a really big barrier that they cannot get across. Okay. We get a single combat. That's great. I might actually, instead of playing the Wanderer in turn 2, I might actually just go Charger into the Darkened Spear. Have the Charger with 6 HP while buffing the other units on the top of my deck. I think that seems a little bit more reasonable. Because that extra health on my units is actually gonna matter. This is gonna be a Miriam on turn 2 unless the opponent gets the Nilah from that fleeting card.
Watch this.
Okay. So we just passed. It was a Janna. Why play Pool Shark if you don't have a Miriam in your hand? I don't think that was ever correct, right? I don't think that was ever correct. We go like this. There's no way for them to kill this. And we start buffing the rest of our units. Now they do get to push some damage here with this Mariner. And I cannot actually block. I guess I could technically block it because I have this Charger, right? Because if the opponent has the Janna spell, they get to destroy my equipment. That's cute. I like that. I like that. We'll just go like this and just get this regen.
Janna, I beg you.
Okay.
Reveal my path to me.
Yeah, let's just give this regen here so that even when the opponent blocks you like a Mariner or something, because I'm kind of scared of the Janna spell, so I kind of want to play a little bit around that. We have access here to our champion strength, so that's going to be pretty nice later on. Let's just attack here. We could technically go for a single combat on the Janna last turn, and maybe that was better than the regen. Okay, well, I guess we'll do it now. We'll do it now to make sure she doesn't actually get to reduce the net scars that she gets. That Mystic Shot is cute, but it doesn't really matter to me. It's just a Galio waiting game now, right? Again, the opponent doesn't have enough. They have no way to ever get through this Charger. So they have to find a way to just burn us out before we can just get our Galio down. And now we even get a Udyr that's also buffed up. Now they can't kill the Udyr, but we do have the Sky Splitters. So they can kill the Udyr, but the Sky Splitter kind of makes this a little bit more difficult for them to kill the Udyr. And we just pass here. Howling Gale. They need one more card for the Howling Gale.
You need humbling.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go like this. Gotcha, and then we just go Sky Splitter. And we have another Sky Splitter, by the way, so even if the opponent has a second, Gacha or a Divine Whirlwind, they cannot get there, right? So like, I can literally just go regen on Udyr and then play Sky Splitter as a backup, and that will be 6 HP. So a Howling Gale doesn't even kill my Udyr, right? So, yeah, GG's. In this match, we're gonna against the Mirror. Of course, the deck wins a couple Runeterra opens, and now you're gonna see this Mirror everywhere. You're gonna see this Mirror everywhere. I actually think whoever can develop the Udyr first in this Mirror actually has an advantage. I wonder if it's correct to just hard mulligan and try to go for this Omen Hawk value and try to get a couple combat tricks, right? Like, I feel like Yeah, the Broadwind is nice, right? The Broadwind is very nice. But I think getting this combat trick ends up being a little bit more important for us to like really get this big Balin and this big other units that the opponent cannot really deal with. Yeah, so we can go second Armored Hawk, and now we know that there's going to be a really big unit there just waiting for us. We can go here, and we'll attack with everything. I need to keep one of these back to be able to block like Galio later, but I also feel like I'm going to be in a really good position, right? We're going to continue buffing whatever unit to the top of our deck with the Darkening Spear. Yeah, that's not a great draw.
All right, let's get to work.
Yeah, so we can go like this. And they don't, this, the opponent's gonna have some pretty big units themselves now, right? Okay, so, okay, well, if they're gonna give me that, I can just block it with the Almond Hawk. The opponent's playing Sculpture and not playing Sculpture. Whatever unit comes out of, like, whatever unit we draw next is gonna be buffed up by +3/+3. And then we have the Wonder, the Whooping Wonder. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, well, I think that's gonna actually be such a big punish for us. Unfortunately. Yeah, maybe I should just go ahead and go for the Gentleman's Duel on it. At this point, I think it's too little too late.
Patient, cautious, and quiet.
Yeah, like at this point, I think it's a little bit too little too late. I'm just gonna go like this and just give this region. The opponent could have single combat though. They could have the single combat. If I give region now, it's not difficult for them to just have single combat and pop this. I think I forced him to have it. They could also have Sky Splitter, and that will also kill the Benevolent. Nope, it's not. Okay. So they do not have it. That's good for us, because it makes it so that their Broadwind is a little bit smaller than it should be. So it's not killing everything that it should. We can go for this Charger. I guess honestly we can also just go like this, right? We can also just make this Balin just be so ridiculously big that the opponent cannot deal with it. Opponent goes for this, and we can just go Gentleman's Duel right here. And just pop the Broadwind, and opponent loses one region. They have no way to pop this, and I think opponent just knows that they lose the game, because it's whoever can like stabilize on this really big unit, and the Balin giving every one of my formidable units +1. It's pretty nice, right? And then the fact that it has regen and they are not attached to it means that it literally has 11 HP. It's going to be really difficult for the opponent to actually be able to do that. So to be able to deal with it. So hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Udyr Galio. Honestly, for a game that plays like a 7-drop and plays like an 8-cost champion strength spell, I feel like this deck's games actually go fast, right? Like it actually goes a lot faster than I realized. Because you know it's very easy to just play a bunch of units on curve and just push this damage, and it's very easy for the opponent to know when they can't win, especially as you saw multiple times when you can just put that regen on that Broadwind or any one of your other formidable units, especially like the Charger when you're going against Janna and Nilah. Like, yikes, how did you deal with that, right? So like it's really tough for those decks to deal with this, and that's why this deck started doing so well in the tournaments, just because it was like the perfect counter for what the meta was for a tournament setting. It's also a really good ladder deck, because the Nilah Jannas and the Scouts are still very popular in ladder as well, and it can still hold its own against multiple other matchups as well. So you can try that out. Now, in terms of mulligan, obviously I want to keep the Almond Hawk if I see it. I'm not mulliganing for the Almond Hawk, but if I see it in my hand, then I'll keep it, start buffing my units a little bit more. Ideally, honestly, I'm looking more for Broadwind, right? That's really like the one key card that kind of makes a lot of these matchups really, really favorable for us. So Broadwind is really good. If you do already have a Broadwind, I can get greedy and keep a Bolting Wanderer. If I'm going against Nilah Janna, then I want to look for my Charger, right? If I'm going against Elusives, then I want to look for my blocking Badger Bear. So it can change depending on the matchup that you're going against. But for the most part, I really recommend just Broadwind to be the one thing that you kind of like hard mulligan for. And once you have the Broadwind in your hand, you kind of decide what else to keep. In terms of how to play the deck, again, you have different options, right? If I'm going against Nilah Janna, I want to make sure that I have this charger on the field, and if I get to put like a regen on this charger, and it's going to be impossible for them to ever deal with it, because he's always going to be a good blocker, even against the opponent's like 3-1 units, right? So it makes it really hard for them to ever actually get an attack in. So in that game, I want to strategize making this charger as big as possible so that it can safely block the opponent's units without losing to like the Janna spell, for example, when the opponent attacks into it. Otherwise, you want to just get this Broadwind down and have regen on it. But if you're going to do that, then you want to make sure that you have a backup to save that against like a strike or a removal. So you want to have like Sky Splitter, Shiloh Duran, or something similar that can keep your Broadwind alive. Because otherwise, if you commit to giving something regen and they can remove that unit right away, then you end up losing too much on tempo. So make sure that you only commit for that regen play when you have a way to save it. Of course, against certain decks, you cannot do that, right? If you're going against Shadow Owls, they probably have Soul Harvest or Vengeance, so your Broadwind is going to die anyways. In those cases, don't even bother putting the regen on that Broadwind because it's probably just not going to be worth it, right? You probably want to save instead to make sure that your Udyr gets really big, or make sure some of your other units get some more value, etc. Right? So strategy wise, it is a mid-range deck, so you're gonna go for like all these units on the field. You get the value of trying to give them regen or making them healthier, and then as you go to turn 6, 7, 8, that's when you're looking for your Udyr, your Galio for the valleys, and of course your champion strength if you have the board presence enough to actually get there. Of course, Balin is also really good. I almost forgot about him. If I see Balin in my mulligan, I also want to keep Balin. Don't forget about Balin. He's still as good even after the nerfs. Is an amazing card to play. Balin, Broadwind, those are your two main priority targets in your mulligan. But that'd be it for us today. Hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Twitch.tv. We stream every now and then. You can also join our channel and become a member. We have 2 tiers, Gladiators and Champions. You can find out more about those tiers below on the join button next to the subscription button, or just by looking at the description. And finally, you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.